I know I can bring. Welcome back to Dystopia Live, the RPG stream, where we, some of Dystopia's volunteers, have decided that taking a trip through the world that we helped create sounds like a brilliant idea. I am echoing off someone already.
Yes, going very
Yeah.
well. Sure it's not yourself?
Once again, we are doing this without any real technical professionals, and we're trying to make it work from home while being apart. So if there are some technical difficulties, we apologize. It's not on purpose. We will try and fix it as soon as possible.
That's where you're wrong. It is on purpose.
Oh fuck.
We have a ghost who repeats everything I say. It's slightly annoying. But yes, if you are new here, welcome to Dystopia Live. We are part of Dystopia Entertainment, a haunted house based in Vejle in Denmark, and it is super awesome. If you want to know more about it, you can check it out at dystopia.dk, where we have awesome pictures and laws about the universe. And we also have a shop where we sell epic merch like this mug or these super cool hoodies. I am wearing double merch because I am a bad bitch like that. The story so far is our dear 5, you're beneath me again, college students, I believe you were, decided to take a trip out to a cabin they used to visit when they were younger. And thunderbolts and lightning, and now everything is very frightening because they are in the world of dystopia. They have met zombies. They just got away from the cult, and now they are residing in a pharmacy where they are trying to figure out what to do next. So, we left off. So many notes. We left off with all of you coming into the pharmacy. You found some candy snack bars, some formerly carbonated water. Luke has been taken by the cultist. He sacrificed himself for you so that you may live. Gabrielle currently has a concussion, presumably, and is looking very, very pale. There is tension in the air, and everything is very, very awkward, but you do have the Soul Stone, which is what you need to be able to... Well, yes, exactly that one. Which is half of what you need to get back to your own world. Alex.
When did Luke sacrifice himself? I'm pretty sure that he really didn't have a choice. Why did he go, went there, voluntarily? Oh.
It was something. You were very, very adamant on trying to kill him, and you succeeded.
I shot him in the leg.
Yes, and then you kicked him in the neck.
He wouldn't shut up.
But yes, that is where we left off. So, I believe you have does anybody remember any conversations, or would you like to just go to sleep and get a good night's rest?
Alex,
go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Alex and Grace just went
Lucy, can you move closer to your microphone?
Yes, I was about to do that, but I saw the message myself. I am not lying. It's cold.
So.
Better?
Much better.
Brilliant.
I think I remember that Alex pulled me aside to talk about something, but I don't know.
No. You pulled me aside.
No, we went outside to give the girl some space because you were stressing her out. Because she doesn't trust you.
That's
Yeah, no, Felix turned on the radio.
And Felix turned on the radio and heard some messages and wonderful stories and promises of the government.
That's
And then
they
I
that
heard
result.
two very interesting words. One was reconvene, and the other was rebellion.
Yes, and that was from an unknown channel. You also need to speak up.
So how loud was the radio?
It was like the static was the loudest part, but it was a normal radio.
Yeah, was it loud enough for the zombies to hear?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
We don't
Can I go out
know
and check?
yet.
You are welcome to look outside. I mean, the two girls are standing outside. And you may roll military sciences, police sciences, whatever you want to call it.
All right.
I don't have any of that. Can I make a straight roll just to look?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. 5.
All right. Yeah. That would be a 12.
12.
Yes.
And Alex?
Oh, yes. No, that's plus 6, 15.
Okay. So, Grace, you are fairly upset about this whole ordeal, and you're trying to have a conversation, while suddenly Ernest busts out, and Alex and him are both alarmed and start looking around, because that is suspicious. And
Okay.
you don't really spot anything. There isn't much movement. It's getting fairly late. It's getting very dark. And Alex, for a quick moment, you think that you see something fly across the sky.
Well, that's interesting.
What's interesting?
I'm pretty sure I think I saw something fly across the sky.
Could have been a bird.
Maybe. I'm honestly not quite sure.
I don't know. Or maybe a kite.
Yeah. Definitely not very comforting in any sort of way.
Should we go inside and talk so that we won't allure any monsters?
Well, somebody's got to stay out here to keep an eye on stuff, you know.
Well, sure. Oh, and hey, Ernest.
Yes.
Hey,
hello, Ernest.
Just checking for anything coming for the noise of the radio.
The radio.
Radio?
Yeah, Felix turned on the radio.
You turned on the radio, did it work?
I heard from the radio. I just checked if something else heard it. I don't know what came out of the radio. That would be Felix. Oh, no, I didn't pay attention.
Oh, that. Okay, you were more taking care of babysitting.
Yeah, busy with that.
Yeah. That just
How-
become your job now.
How is he though? How is the boy?
He's pretty rough mentally. I think it's been tough, to say the least.
Yeah. But Ernest, can I ask you about something?
Depends.
What was that in your vision, dream thingy? Because we all recognize that voice.
It's an old. Look, I don't really want to talk about it. It's
Ernest, there's really, we're all probably gonna die here. The only thing to do is be honest with yourself.
yeah, and I think I am
And-
starting to be honest with myself. Actually, it's yeah.
And you know that no one here is gonna judge you.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I trust.
Then
Well-
why are you scared to say?
I'm not scared to say. I
Then
am just.
why don't you then?
It's Because I'm still unsure myself. Shall we say?
Okay. Okay. But I just distinctly remember.
Yes.
Do you remember? Yeah.
Yeah,
We talked about that right before we entered here.
Yeah, look, yeah.
I definitely don't like people not being honest. That's for sure.
Alex, you're not gonna end up stomping on Ernest's neck as well.
No, I am not. No.
And my point with you, Miss... No, Ernest, for a second. I need to point out something to Miss Violence over here.
No.
Leonard, no, you shut it for a second. Every time you have just seen a smidge of someone being weak or vulnerable because this world is harsh and cruel. Yes, not everybody trusts you right off the bat, and you're not entitled to their trust right off the bat. So don't go stomping on their necks or leaving Luke to die.
I'm not asking for their trust. I'm asking them to be honest with us, especially about things.
Honesty takes trust, Alex.
Gabrielle
You of
didn't tell
anybody
us
should
about
know
the
that.
fact- About the fact that something could be following us, something that could be... Well, I don't bloody know. So you think
Alex,
so we should just be keeping secrets from each other?
no, I'm not saying we should be keeping secrets, but I'm saying that secrets sometimes just naturally happen and they dissolve over time. But as long as everybody, because again, we know each other. We've all known each other since high school. So we trust each other. We have built a relationship with those people that we just met, Gabrielle and Luke and everybody, really. They don't know us. They don't have this connection with us. They only trust each other. So of course they're going to look out for their little only. I just want you to understand that if we meet somebody else, look out for yourself first, because they're not going to, and you're not entitled for them to do so.
No, but look, in these type of situations where we're standing in a life or death situation, which we are doing almost every single moment we spend here, because everything from the darkest corner of the shop to under the light over there, anything can be killing us. We don't know. We don't know this world. This is not our world.
Mm-hmm.
So, damn well, if I will be pissed about repeated times where people are dishonest, especially about things that could be threatening for the entirety of the group.
I can understand that.
I have three priorities: myself, you guys, and Julia. I watch out for the kids, and I watch out for my friends, and I watch out for myself.
I get
if
that.
If something comes out from the other side, outside, I will gladly let them in, but I expect honesty, especially about important things.
Alex?
I get that. Alex, we've been best friends for years, but I have to tell you that the way you're reacting to this, when you can't be in charge, is toxic to yourself, and I'm scared that it's gonna get you killed eventually. That's just really all that I really just want to point out. I'm saying this because I care about you and because I love you. And
yeah,
that's it.
Just wanted to say, Alex, in that situation, I had verbally had the upper hand, and because you broke in, we essentially showed off that we weren't entirely sure about the situation ourselves. That lost us an upper hand.
What could you possibly do that could have gotten us out of that situation with words?
Faked, lied.
Yes, but last time I checked, they were the ones with the metaphorical gun to our heads.
Until we found out that they had a gun to their own heads that we had at least some knowledge about that we could use.
And that's why we have this now. But yeah. I don't want any more of this discussion.
Yeah.
I just say look out for yourself and try to step in the background sometimes and trust the rest of us. Also, you don't need to be in charge all the time. because that's gonna get you killed eventually. And you have told me yourself, don't play a fucking hero. And I walk inside.
Yeah, while all this is happening, I'm going to sleep.
You are going to sleep. Excellent.
Yes.
I'm gonna go talk to Felix.
Yeah, I'm just laying in the corner sleeping.
So cute. I'm making a comment about how you are adorable when you sleep.
Alex and Ernest are still outside. Do you say anything to each other, or do you just go in?
I stay outside because somebody's got to keep watching out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go inside. Go to Julian.
Alex, how would you say you're feeling right now?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly confused and how to react anymore.
That is fair. Because I want to, and I think it's fitting, I will say that your confusion is you showing weakness. You are fighting them, but it's clear that you're grasping at straws at this point. They had the upper hand in the discussion, and you were just being stubborn. You brought your friends into danger because you caved. You may cross off one sanity, and I will send you oh no, I don't want to search in my document. Thank you very much. If I can also find you there. It's worded a little weirdly, but I will explain it to you once it gets relevant. Excellent. But yeah, you are standing out there, and you feel this change again, like the place it's getting under your skin, and you can feel how you're slowly adapting to survive in here, and again you feel stronger, and you can feel that your skin isn't the soft anymore. It gets this leathery feel instead, and it becomes quite sturdy. Inside, you are Felix, sorry, Felix. Cosmo is sleeping, and Grace went to talk to Felix.
Yeah. How you doing? We can't hear you.
Oh no.
Have you muted yourself?
I can't hear her.
This is awkward.
Hmm.
So while the sound is being fixed, because it is completely and utterly bogus.
Try and go out of the call and go in again. Have you tried turning it on and off?
Yes, turn it on and off, and we shall see if that helps.
Help.
Nope.
No.
Okay, so you sadly can't have the conversation. I'm sorry.
Maybe Felix is already
A one-way
asleep.
conversation.
It
Just
will
like
never...
talking to a wall.
So instead, if nobody wants to do anything else, it's getting pretty late. So sleeping seems reasonable, considering some of you are very, very hurt. So do you just go to sleep?
Yeah.
We should probably find out who's gonna like take shifts, keeping an eye.
You come inside this door and everyone's asleep.
Like, well,
Is there coffee anywhere.
Can I look for an energy drink or something similar?
No. Roll a d6 for me because I am rude.
Just one?
Yes, just one.
Felix, try saying
Four.
something again.
Do you have push to
No, it was just the same as always.
You were back.
But we can hear you now.
Yes.
Would you like to have
I'm
a
gonna
cup
go
of
back
tea,
to sleep.
or we'll just continue with the path we're going?
I'm just gonna go to sleep. But first of all, can I take a real quick glance as I find a place to sleep? Look at Cosmo about his injuries. Is it something that I immediately can think that I can help in the morning?
Roll medicine.
I will. 11.
You see him sleeping. He's out like a rock.
Sleepyhead.
And you patch up some stuff, but pull a splinter out of the wound, and it should heal nicely. It should be much better tomorrow. He might get some sore spots, but
if I pull splinters out of him, how is he not waking up?
Like runaway dirt that has made its way into a wound. It's mostly scratches, so it's like lint from the clothes that has fallen off, and now it's sitting there, and you can like tear it off, and some goo comes with it, and it's like ew.
Can I
like,
just
I'm just like, huh? Yeah.
Can I just wake up and just take the whole night shift? Because now I have slept.
That's not how it works now.
You're still tired. You've been sleeping for like 10 minutes.
Okay, I'll just keep on sleeping.
You are sleeping. Alex, you sadly do not find any caffeine. You do, on the other hand, find some lab coats that you can use as blankets.
How many?
There's about 3. One of them has the same name as the one on the bottle.
Mother.
No, Juliet, I think it was. Or Sophie. Sophie's do not touch, the bottle said, and one of them says Sophie.
Sophie's water.
Well, I will put one over Gracie, put one over Julie and Ernest, who I expect are like sleeping this together. Not
Julian's sleeping with Ernest. He doesn't want to sleep anywhere else.
Yeah, and then how close is like Felix and Cosmo sleeping close to each other? Like, are they? I want to see if I can put like a lab coat like half and half over them.
Just
But
move Cosmo. He's sleeping like a rock.
Yeah, spooning for that to be viable.
it's like, there we go. Sleep tight, and go out and keep an eye on shit.
You go outside and keep an eye on shit, or you stay inside to keep an eye on shit?
How visible can you see things through the window?
It's a pretty tall window. As I said, some like shelves you can push up against, but you can, if you lift a little bit, you can clearly see the entire like side road.
Then inside, I also like to find something I can block off the door with, like just in case.
There is shelves.
Goddamn shelves again. Here we go.
You love shelves.
We love them shelves.
So you block off the front door with a bunch of shelves, and you take the entire night shift?
I think so, yes. Do I have to roll for that?
Yes. I would like for you to roll 2d6 and add your military sciences.
I can work with that. 16.
Damn. Okay. So roll 2d6 and tell me the 2 separate answers, because you are taking multiple night shifts.
6 and 4.
6 and because what is rolling though in this system?
Apparently nothing.
You are standing there looking out on the road. You spot that flying thing again. This time much further away. The second half, you start hearing your friend snoring a little bit.
Jesus Christ, they're noisy.
And At some point, Gabrielle kind of seems to stir a little bit, and she notices that you are still taking your shift. And she kind of gets up and goes, I know that we haven't really been the best of friends, but as a doctor, it is not healthy to stay awake for an entire night, especially when your body is under this much stress.
Fine. I've tried worse.
I mean, I got as much sleep as I'm gonna get with this headache. Lay down, Alex.
You're welcome to sit with me. Take some of the phone off.
She sits down beside you. She still has her bottle in hand, and she offers it to you like, at least have something to drink.
I take some.
Roll 2d6.
You're trying to poison me? Do I add anything?
Nope.
11?
Yes, what is rolling low in the system? It has a bit of a weird taste to it, but it might just be because it is formerly carbonated water, and that does taste weird. And it's clear to see that she looks a little confused, and you can start to feel yourself feeling more tired.
She drugged you!
I'm very confused on how to feel about this. I ask her, what did you put in this?
She looks at you and go, what should I have put in it?
Well, it's making me a lot... What's it called? I'm getting a lot more tired very quickly.
Have you considered that it might be because you have been awake for more than 24 hours at this point?
Too quickly for it to make sense.
Alex, you should really go to sleep.
Back up again. Just a second.
Fine. Wake me up in an hour or so.
I promise. Here, have my lab coat, I guess.
Good luck. I go in and I'm trying to get an hour's sleep.
You lay down, and as soon as your head hits the pillow, or before, you crash, like instant sleep.
Initiate instant sleep.
Basically, when she went up and talked to you, it was around 3 in the middle of the night, and excellent. You all wake up in the morning. It's mostly the sunlight that wakes you up. It's getting lighter. You all feel very, very well rested. Any of you who had any minor damages may delete 3 of them. And I just realized I have my eraser at my table. I actually don't have an eraser at all. There. So, you wake up, and one of the first things you notice is that Gabrielle is not there, and that the door out back is slightly ajar, but there is no light coming from there.
Do we have any like light sources? Come to think of it,
Oh no.
And the phones, those of you who still have them.
but we couldn't access our phones.
Did she leave her bag behind?
Yes, actually. You
I'm
do
gonna
find
take.
Loot.
I'm gonna take that bag. Just to
Actually,
keep her things safe.
a paper slips out,
Yeah.
and it says, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. I can't trust you, and you don't trust me. I'm not sure if Julian will understand, but it's for all of our best. Ernest, take care of him. Make sure he gets home to his father. I left the ritual paper. I go home. I am home now. I've gone back to the lab. The government promised they would keep me safe if I helped with their research. You should do the same if you want to survive. And even if you come only for the coordinates for the ritual, I won't stop you, but I won't help you either. The lab should be located at, and then you see that the bottom has been teared off.
Like if anybody looks in my general direction, I'm visibly upset.
Can I use navigation to try to find the government's?
No, that's not how navigation works. Sadly.
Oh well.
Did
Urban
somebody hear
Dragon?
what the radio said?
What did you say?
Did somebody
Urban
hear what
Dragon?
the radio said? Oh, sorry.
No, Alex. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did somebody hear what the radio said?
Are you saying that's the rest of us?
Yeah. I'm asking. I heard there was somebody that got. Was it Felix? What did you get?
Felix, you did.
Yeah, I managed to make out 2 words from like a secret broadcast that was sent. I couldn't hear the rest of it. It was all static and weird. But the 2 words were reconvene, rebellion.
Okay.
So maybe they're rebels somewhere, meeting up at a place.
Yes.
Maybe we're the rebels, quote unquote rebels, and they're reconvening to catch us.
I don't think so.
No, I don't
Well,
think so.
we
Neither.
haven't really done anything to go against. Like, if anything, we've helped them by giving them the location of the
cult.
cult.
Yeah, should we try to find them?
What, the cult or the government or the rebels?
The rebels.
Okay, I was just like.
Do you think that the rebels are gonna be any better than the government? To be quite honest, and I will show them the note from Gabrielle.
What?
I will not show it to. I will pull the adults over there. I will not show it to Julian. Yeah, yeah, and Julian shouldn't know this. We need to make a cover story for this. Ernest, I think you would be the one that would be best at that.
Right. Okay. Watch out there. Don't fall.
I'm very clumsy. Ow, my knee.
What is the cult? Is the rebels? Think about it. The government's after the cult, clearly.
So what do you suggest?
I don't know, to be honest. We found no sign of like actual rebels. Like the only civilized kind of thing we found is the cult and whatever government there is here.
Well, the cult doesn't really seem like they are prone to using radios. I think they all just gather in one giant pack.
But they're not against using technology. As we saw, they've used stuff from the government.
True.
Reused
Maybe
that.
the zombies are the rebels.
I think they lack the intelligence.
Yeah, true.
But I like your thought, Cosmo. I like it.
But yeah, the question is, we have the stuff to go home. Do we want to go home?
But we missed the coordinates.
Yeah, the coordinates. Maybe they're in her papers. I'm gonna look through the papers in her
She
bag.
told us that the place where we were at first was the place that it would work.
You look through the papers and you remember that she said that last time she went in to the government to infiltrate them to get the coordinates to where they would have to make the ritual for it to be viable. But you don't have them right now. There aren't any in the papers. It seems like she only copied what she needed to make that one ritual.
Okay.
She told us that. We've already been where it was viable.
Well, it didn't work. For them, it didn't work. It just brought us here.
Yeah, but they did the wrong ritual.
It must have been a transmutation ritual instead of a teleportation ritual.
What if it wasn't the wrong ritual, quote unquote, but she did exactly what she wanted to? She wanted to. She brought, what was it? Was it her partner Claude, or was it Claude the father?
That was her brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. Never mind.
I think she would rather save
nobody would
the
do that.
child.
Great.
I would like to hold the soul stone in my pocket, really hold on to it and very focus on it to see if I can get anything out of it.
You focus intensely, and you all see her go very quiet all of a sudden and have this very focused look on her face. And then her eyes kind of gloss over a little bit, and inside the stone you feel like the warm presence you felt last time again, like this motherly warm feel. And there's also a bunch of other people. Some seem very scared and confused. One seems like they want to play, but they don't know where to go. Very cheerful, but also very scared of this nowhere. They don't seem to be aware that they are in a stone. It's more like confused as to why they can't move.
Can I convert with any of them?
You can try and focus on the question and see if they will answer something.
I want to focus on what is the last place you remember before you came here?
Your entire mind gets flooded with the exact same picture that you saw with the cultist. Like the stone slab filled with blood all over and staring up into this stone while somebody tore out their gut. You feel like the sting in the stomach as you feel like your entire intestine.
Yeah, I'm just in real life, just holding on. Also in the game, just holding on to my stomach, looking visibly in pain.
You can feel like the beating of your heart is growing faster, and the breathing is starting to get difficult.
Yeah, I'm gonna snap out of it before I die of trauma.
It takes you a solid 5 seconds to try and regain control over it. And it's like you hear a distant shout of, "It moves!" Like somebody's trying to tell you something.
I want to focus in on that.
You may roll a d6 for me.
2.
You feel that warm motherly feel again, and as you hone in on it, you can feel that it's still fighting for something. It still has something there that it needs to go out for, and it's trying to explain something to you, but it's like it's getting lost in this headache that you're now building up instead, because all the other souls in there are still screaming in pain, because she just asked them what the last thing they remembered was. And you get this feeling that something moves that you need to find. It might have to do with the ritual, finding the right place that it moves.
Okay. And then I just want to try and snap out of it once I realize I can't focus in on this.
You all see as she tried to get back to normal and then curled over again, almost silently screaming in pain, and she kind of sort of seems stuck a little right there right now.
How did you guys react while I'm in this trance?
I run over to you and hold around you and see if you're okay and see if there's anything physically wrong.
You sense that her heartbeat is racing. Her blood pressure is also increasing. You can feel that she is in pain. Her body is telling itself that there is pain and that she is dying, but you don't see where this could be coming from.
I don't think I've realized that this is happening yet, to be honest.
We're kind of standing in a circle.
Yeah, can I go outside and search for a car?
That is a lot of things happening at once. We will take the searching for a car in a moment.
Okay.
But yeah, you get hugged, and that warmth of somebody else kind of pulls you back into the present and back into your body. And if you've ever had an anxiety attack, that shitty feeling afterwards of you just ran a marathon, and now you just really want to sleep a little bit.
Yeah. With some of the last power, I feel like I gently, sternly, but not I'm full on shoving him. I am pushing him away, holding onto his chest while I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm alright. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Are you sure? What happened?
I just felt like my intestines were ripped out of my stomach, but it's fine. Okay. As everyone have noticed, we've all been changed in this world. It will sound so stereotypical, at least to you, but I focus in on the paranormal. I focus on things that are not there. And I try to focus in on what happens inside that soul stone. And it was horrible.
You should be careful.
Most of the people in there were gutted. But there was one thing. There was one voice. I tried to figure out where they were before all this happened, before they were trapped in that rock. But there was one voice that just kept on saying, "It moves." Not everyone else were talking about how they were gutted, and they were screaming and everything. But there was this one. The one, it felt kind. It felt like it still had something to fight for. And I think it refers to the ritual in some way. As if what we need to get, something is on the move. We need. I can try and focus in on it again later, but that was terrible.
I'm glad you got something out of it, but I really don't think you should do that again. It seems dangerous. What if you couldn't get back and you went too far?
I don't know. I don't know. It's very new for me. So I'm just trying to see if I can try and control it, but I'm just gonna pull out the right. This thing is. Oh, it blows your shit away. It does.
Just be careful, alright?
I'll try. Thank you. I'll try.
Yes. Cosmo and the car,
Yeah.
you look outside on the street, and there are a couple of cars. Most of them have flat tires or something of the like.
Can I find some who didn't have a little?
Yes, there's a somewhat decent looking car, but you would have to see if you can get it to work somehow. Do you? Yes, you went outside, right?
Yeah.
No, sorry, you're looking outside the window currently, because Alex has quite effectively blocked off the entrance, which is why the back door is the one that is open currently.
Okay, so guys, I see a car right there. So anyone who thinks who can fix it?
I can probably.
Nice. Then we just have to get out.
I think I'm gonna go check where
Gabrielle.
the exit that Gabrielle went out of.
Yeah,
Anybody care to join?
gladly. I'm a bit worried that we don't know what's out there.
Exactly. Because she
You,
was badly hurt.
What?
She was badly hurt.
She didn't seem that badly hurt last night.
She is.
You walk towards the back entrance, and suddenly you hear this sound.
Ow.
Don't know how much I translated, but I tried. Of something falling and clattering, and then something smashing, and then you hear slight whimpering noises.
Do I have a weapon?
You have the no longer useful overstored shotgun, 2 pipes, I believe, and a door.
I have a door.
I still have the wires.
And wires.
I like to dual wield pipes.
I don't believe you had the pipes, actually.
No, I think one of them was given to Cosmo, was given to Felix.
Yeah, I have a pipe and a
Yeah,
fire.
I think I
Then I'd like to use the sawed-off shotgun as a hammer.
You can both do that. It's all about creativity.
Exactly.
But yeah, you slowly walk towards the door and you push it open. And what was before the employees' break room has now the windows have been blocked off in some weird way, and you see that the floor is slightly damp, like somebody decided that the carpet wasn't wet enough. The tables have been gently put down, and it's clear to see that this was carefully maneuvered to look like a tiny maze almost. And you see a cup roll towards you as you open the door.
I pick up the cup.
How lit up is the room?
It's almost dark. Like the only light is from where you stand. The cup says "Best Mom Ever." Ernest?
Did I hear the clattering and cluttering and such?
Mhm.
Okay, can I check if Julian is still sleeping?
He is sound asleep, like
Okay, good.
Like children do after
Yes.
they've been pressed.
Gotta go over and just stick by him, be ready to wake him up and pick him up if need be.
Can I go in there?
You may walk straight in. What you see the same thing as the others? Do you go further in?
Yeah, I go further in.
Into the darkness. Yeah, good idea.
You walk all the way in there, and you can feel like
What did you say? Grace fault. So I
yes,
couldn't hear you.
I fell again. I'm sorry.
Grace, you have to stop falling. You can't keep falling.
I'm so clumsy. Whoops.
Grace.
Ah, my knee.
You walk in, and you also like the maze. You can either go right or left. Where do you?
I go right.
You just.
That seems
Right.
like the right choice.
I just look over at Grace and just like
We're
gonna get himself killed.
We'll go after him.
all gonna die. This is my death trap. What are you talking about? I would like for you to roll acrobatics.
Acrobatic. 9.
You're very, very lucky. Um, as you turn around, you feel your foot catch onto something, and you're about to stumble, but you quickly like put the other foot down and avert the thing. But you're now standing in a very awkward, almost infinite position.
Can I just hit it with my pipe?
How big is this room?
It's like 3 by 4 meters.
So it's just a tiny maze.
Yeah, it's just a tiny room.
It's a teeny tiny maze.
Okay.
Built by whatever was in there and available, and some other things too. But you look down and you see that there's a board that has been like placed very conveniently in a foot stumbling height. Grace?
You should be walking here.
I would like to focus in on the maze, just like looking around, see if there's any like significance of a intelligent mind.
It's not exactly what your power does, but I'll half allow it because you focus. You still feel like a slight ache from earlier.
Yeah.
But you feel around and you feel something busy. That's the best way to describe it. Busy.
Can I use climbing to just climb over it all?
You can try, yes.
I will try. 11.
11. You decide that this is bullshit. And you slowly like get up on what was before a table, and you try real hard, and you're balancing. It's a little wobbly, but you use the wobble. And now you're setting up there, and you notice that some of the parts of the maze is actually covered up from above. Like in the middle, there's this like almost cave thingy, a tiny hut built out of shelves and road signs, what looks like leaves.
Okay, can I go in there?
Is there a goblin in there?
You begin to move towards it, and I would like for you to roll acrobatics again.
Does it count if it falls on the ground?
No. The ground is cursed.
Let me see. 10.
You successfully avoid you're about to reach up for the ceiling for support, and you see that it is basically filled with sharp glass and sticks. And it is nasty. But you balance further on and try to get into the middle, and then you see something move in there. Something quick. Just very
can I hey!
You shout, "Hey!" What is the rest of you doing?
I don't know. Go after it.
Felix, what are you doing?
I'm very confused as to how Gabrielle can actually like get through this, and I'm probably talking to Gracie about what her and Gabriella have been talking about recently. She mentioned any trap building expertise.
No, she didn't, but I do feel like besides Cosmo in there is something, and it's keeping busy. It's busy with something. It's doing something.
Busy making murder traps.
Apparently, I'm just gonna yell into the maze. Cosmo, you alright?
Yeah.
You're not hurt, are ya?
How are you
Not
not dead yet?
I don't know.
What the fuck's in there?
It's like somebody just went, you're dying. You're gonna die in 6 months. We'll give you it. We'll allow it.
Yeah.
All this shouting has caused Julian to start like waking up. Like first he turns, and pulls the lab coat up further. Like, no, I do not want to wake up. But then they keep shouting, and he's like, huh? Huh? Ernest?
Hey,
It's an
don't
eye.
worry. They're just messing about in the back there. They hadn't checked the other room. So don't worry.
Okay. Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine. Get you some
Cover
sleep in.
story, Ernest. Cover story.
Say she's dead.
Don't say that. Oh no.
Do you say this aloud?
No. Sorry, it was just to be dumb.
Yeah, don't
Seduce him, Ernest.
don't don't worry. Just get you some sleep in. Try not to pay too much attention and get some sleep. It's very important. Yeah, good idea.
Rolls over. In that leg up, arm up, looks like a disco pose, but he's on his stomach.
Yeah.
So cute.
And Cosmo shouts, "Hey!" And the movement stops.
Can I throw my pipe at it?
Roll the range attack.
Which I have +6 in.
No.
No, you do not. That was a quick mistake on my part. That would have been ridiculous.
5.
It's just like I fire a weapon. You accidentally hit him in the.
So you try and throw it in the general direction of wherever the thing moved, but you are kind of like getting overbalanced as you're supposed to, and you can feel that this is wobbling, and you should probably get off before you fall off.
Okay, so I go down.
You go down on him.
You get down, and you're now standing at the trip board again.
Do I still have my pipe?
No, you threw it.
Can I throw my fire extinguisher?
I got a fire extinguisher.
Spray it. Spray it.
I completely forgotten. You can, yes, throw your fire extinguisher, but you don't have line of
CO2
sight.
everywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna spray it first. After it.
You don't have line of sight, sadly.
Then I just spray it all around.
Just stand where you are and spray it.
Yeah.
That is silly, but if that is what Cosmo wants to do,
Then
Cosmo
what's,
is
what's
silly.
Cosmo want to do?
you start spraying, and you catch on to a few cobwebs, and some thread that was hanging, and now you kind of sort of see the traps a few feet forward.
Nice!
What the fuck are you
Most
doing?
of them are trip boards and wire that has been like placed inconveniently for anyone who doesn't know it's there.
Mm. So now I can just run through it all. Or what?
At least this part, yes. But
Yeah, I'm gonna run through this part.
of a fire extinguisher being used. Felix.
Is there like a door on the other side of that staff room that Cosmo's trying to go to?
Yes. You spot the emergency exit sign that is no longer lit. And the door looks like it has been pushed ajar and then like tried to slip back again without making any noise.
Can I ask Alex to move the stuff in the way of the front door and walk out of the building and around the back, trying to find the door from the outside?
Yes.
Sure, but then I need a proper weapon other than this empty piece of metal that I can
You can
use.
just hit things hard enough.
Just take a shelf.
Alex, you are quite literally a weapon.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Wait a minute. I have this.
Just gotta be careful you don't, get zombified.
Is there anything that's just like really hard somewhere other than the Cosmos pants? So is there like just a hunk of metal or something? just so I can like have something to hit with, because
I mean, you can still use the shotgun as a force.
Club.
Yeah.
oh,
club.
sure, shotgun time, bitches. And I remove the shells, just like casually move them out and go outside. So military science, my ass out there.
Go for it.
My first low roll of the day, 11.
No.
I rolled a 5, not my fault. I have +6.
You walk outside and you feel alert, because you have been making a bit of noise, and it's weirdly empty, like weirdly empty, and you get to the other side, and you see the door. It's not closed, but it's not open either. It's just
Okay.
It's like get ready to hit whatever's on the other side.
you quickly open the door, ready for whatever, and you see like a tower of cans like fall out towards you, and it makes a hell of a lot of noise.
What are you doing?
Fuck.
Cosmo, was that you?
No.
Oh, that was me.
Alex?
Yes,
God
Felix. I
damn.
hope you're looking out behind us.
Yeah.
What can I like? Do you want me to roll? But like, what can I see in there?
You see the same thing as before, except you're in a different part of the maze.
Oh, so there's coming light in now.
There is light from the other side, yes.
Yeah,
And you
so
hear
I can see now.
a faint hissing noise.
Hissing
Someone
noise.
really very displeased in there.
Watch out in there.
The cat, mutated cat. I don't know.
Yes,
Can I just go yeah, just to see if it comes?
Cosmo.
Did I make animal handling a skill?
I don't think
No.
so.
It is not.
Intimidation.
Yes, roll intimidation.
No, I'm gonna use burglary to steal its heart.
Grace.
I would like to go back into the room, like the storefront room, and pull Ernest aside and just like pack up everything you need, everything, because there's a maze in there, there's a thing in there, and if that all of a sudden storms out, I think we just better move fast. We need to leave anyway.
Yeah, I thought so. That's why I'm by Julian, essentially. I don't have much that I need, more so than you others.
See if you can find anything that I didn't, like
can
bandages or nutritional bars, anything.
I'll give
Can I
it
just
one
yell,
second.
take a lab coat for me?
I will. I take
Thank
a
you.
lab coat and I just like I put it on just so that I know where it is.
Smart.
Just put it on so you know where it is.
I also feel very clever all of a sudden.
So now you're
I
not gonna stop it.
So yeah, can I give it a look then?
Now I'm a witch doctor.
I was in love with you.
But yeah, you begin packing stuff up, and you have set into the room. Didn't you meow into the room?
Yeah.
Ernest, did you do something?
I just wanted to see if to look around and see if there was anything else I could find, like Gracie told me to.
You find your own stuff. There's 2 other lab coats, and Gabrielle's bag with all of
That one I already have.
and it is taken care of. And then there is a bottle left by the door of half-drunken former sparkly water.
Well,
From inside the room.
rolled an 11 on my intimidation roll, by the way.
What did you shout, or say, or?
Come out here now.
I summon thee.
Come out, wherever you are.
Can I say that as an intimidation roll?
Yes, you can.
I want to say that. Come out, wherever you are.
Can I just yell? No, I can't.
You yell, no, you can't. And you hear that it's no longer a hissing sound. It sounds like somebody is talking.
It's just me.
Like almost to itself, and
Fucking
it has a rhythm to it. It's a little weird, and it's suddenly very alarmed by something that might have found it. And you can see something jump from one covered part of the maze to another. And then there's like rustling as it tries to like hide somewhere else in the maze. You quickly see a flash of torn clothes and wild bushy hair.
I'm gonna go back into the maze room just for a second. Do I see this thing jumping on top of the maze?
It is not on top of the maze, no. It looks like it's very, very eager to hide near the wet, damp carpet.
Okay.
Do I see
Finding anything?
No, not at all.
Cosmo, you just saw it run to another part of the maze.
Okay, how big is it?
It looks like a human-sized person.
Oh well.
You.
Then if the room isn't that big, then it can't really hide. Can it?
Well, it has built a maze.
Yeah, that's true.
A tiny maze.
A tiny maze.
And it knows this maze.
This tiny maze made out of last year's.
Can I go further into the maze?
You walk further into the maze.
Yes.
And you know where the traps are now. You kind of know what to look out for, and you easily make your way further in.
Can I see my pipe in here?
Yes, you see your pipe near the middle. It's laying on the floor.
Can I get it?
You walk over towards it, and as you're about to pick it up, you feel something grab your foot, and I would like you to roll acrobatics as sport.
13.
13.
Yeah.
You are clearly stronger than this is, and as it's about to pull you pull back, and what you see is now this shape lying on the floor, and it quickly like just jumps up again.
Can I hit it with my fire extinguisher?
Completely wild. Roll a melee attack.
Thank you. 4.
It evades. With a 6.
Spray it!
Can I spray again?
No, you used all of it. And it just jumps out of the way going, "You cannot hit me, for you are slow. Let's say which way you will go." And it just
Can I flip it off?
Race.
Okay, I flip it off while it goes away.
It's clearly running towards the back end of the maze, and Alex, that's where you see this crazy-looking thing running straight towards you, and it sees you.
Alex, hit it!
What's happening?
Calm down. Calm down. I have a couple. Are you intelligent?
Am I intelligent? Yes, you ask, but why should I answer its ask?
Can we see if it's a boy or a girl?
I look at Felix, just like, am I allowed to kill it?
If it's intelligent, don't kill it.
No.
I wasn't asking you, Gracie.
I don't care.
It runs somewhere else in the maze. Like it is on its way back in.
I have decided that my morals are not my own.
Okay, do I know if it's a boy or a girl?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Its gender is chaos.
Okay, can I just yell, Sophie?
You yell Sophie, and
If it's her.
It's still running. It's like, Sophie, who you ask? Well, why don't you find out and come after me?
I go into the maze.
Oh, take the water with you. Can I yell that?
I don't have that.
No.
But I have the Sophie's lab coat.
You walk into the yeah, Sophie's lab coat specifically.
I took the lab coat.
And you walk into the maze, right or left?
Right.
Right. You see that it's entirely sprayed up with foam from the fire extinguisher. You can see like all of the traps too, and you can easily like make your way in until you bump into Cosmo.
Oh, hey.
Hey!
Where did the thing go?
I don't know. Over there, I think. And I just point to the corner.
It seems like a child. I look at Felix once again. Can I scare it to come out?
Oh.
I think you should talk to it, not kill it. If everything goes badly, maybe capture it nicely.
Okay.
I'd
like to roll intimidation.
That was people speaking at once.
Sorry.
I just said I'd like to roll intimidation.
Roll intimidation, and Gracie, what do you do?
I'm gonna look at Cosmo, like with that like cheeky, mischievous smile of the good old days. Wanna go find ourselves a goblin?
Can I just pick my pipe up?
Yes, you have your pipe back.
And
Thank
I have
you.
my wires.
Yeah. Can I yell to Ernest from here?
Yeah.
The door. I left the door open.
Okay. Ernest, wake Julian up and give him some of that sparkling water.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be like.
Perfecto.
You go find the sparkling water and give it to Julian, who is like quite confused. But he drinks it.
Get something to drink and.
What did you roll?
I rolled 13.
13. You see it suddenly jump up, like it didn't even crawl, just jumped up onto the second layer of the maze. And he goes, "Fear has no place here," and starts like running across. And it continues. "If you want answers, you'd have to be nice."
Ernest, come deal with this child.
Then it jumps down and it says, "I ate the paper."
Yes, and I'll eat you if you don't want. No, I'm being mean again. I'm sorry.
You're very hungry, aren't you? Ernest, is Julian okay?
Yeah.
Seduce the child. Not the child you have, but this child.
What?
The other child.
Alex,
the child?
Shush.
Seduce the child.
Are Julian okay?
Yes, Julian's okay.
Thing?
He's tired, but he's
Okay.
okay.
Okay, then it's not a monster drink. Can I? I don't know if it was what turned this person into this.
You tested that on Julian.
I must be the one with the fucked up morals here.
Okay.
As you say that, dear Cosmo, you question where your loyalty actually lays.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No.
And you may cross off be loyal and one more sanity.
Cosmo,
And I will
do you
send
actually say that out loud? Did he turn into a monster?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just needed to. Okay.
Ernest is about to go onto a murder trial with this fishing rod with a car on it.
Okay, just give me a second.
I really need to go to the toilet.
Don't worry, we will have a break soon, hopefully.
Both Alex and myself says that, just like, I really need to go to the toilet.
So,
hygienic.
you yelled at, and the creature kind of pops up for a second. What do you say? Give me the water.
Ernest, get the water over here. Throw it into the maze.
Throw it into the
okay.
maze. We use
Okay,
it as a targeting chip, you idiot.
I get the what's left of the water from Julian, and I go just somebody come back here and take care of Julian, so we know he's not gonna like get into trouble. We can't just have him be alone.
Trouble comes to all those who enter here.
Okay, can I just use this bone splitter at her?
Um,
I don't know how to explain this.
How to explain?
You can try and like reach out towards it to hurt it, if that is what you're looking for, and roll a ranged attack.
Thank you.
This is why you don't get +6 to your ranged attack.
10.
You all see that your dear old friend just hurls his arm towards like this creature thing, and it's like his arm just opens up and bone fragments splinter out towards it.
You become a porcupine?
I just look at Gracie and just say, yeah, I'm a superhero now.
Okay, fair enough.
And you feel like you feel the pain of your arm splintering open. And you hit like the entirety of the table where it was hiding behind, and you're about to also hit it, but it ducks and you scrape off a good like ton of hair. Your arm now hurt really badly.
Gracie, can you heal this?
In a bit, maybe. I want to try and hold, like use my wires basically as a whip. And try to get hold of it, like kind of restrain it around his hands or feet or something, just to grab a hold of it.
It is currently not in melee range, but you do hear it shouting. Some of you have already changed, I see. I wonder what you will be. Alex?
Alright, just gotta come over, get over the fact that you guys called me violent. I just look at Felix and just like, we're being awfully loud. We should probably like check the perimeter.
Yeah.
I have a dangerous feeling. Like really dangerous. I'd like to roll military sciences.
You may both roll military sciences or police sciences or something to the like.
Can I then
That,
start?
I'm guessing that means you walk outside again, Alex?
I presumed I was always standing in the what's it called, in the door.
Yeah. You walk out the front.
I'm a perception man. 17, or woman in this case.
17? Felix?
I got 7.
That is also a number.
The 7 and the 17.
Felix, you quickly like look to the side up front, and it doesn't look like there's anything coming your way. But Alex, you spot out in the distance, now that you for a moment just quickly align yourself just right to look down a street and through the window of another building, and you see a sea of moving bodies. The weird part is it doesn't seem to be moving towards you. Quite the opposite. It seems to just kind of be standing around.
Which direction is this?
If this is the front of the store and this is the back of the store and the cultists are this way, it is that way.
So the exact direction we should be going. Basically.
Oh shoot. Why does that keep my Discord just decided that rebooting now was the best time to do.
Oh, don't worry, my phone also crashed.
Yeah.
There.
Oh man.
We're just missing Lucy.
I'm trying.
You see the head up again, and you can see that some of the blood you clearly grazed it, and it looks slightly confused and bewildered, like drip drip, the blood is flowing, but you still don't know where you are going. It sounds really malicious in that sense. Ernest.
Can I just, at this point, since nobody's actually sort of taking up my offer on somebody coming out taking care of Julian, just bring Julian with me into the room? Just be like, okay, Julian, we're gonna go, and they needed me to talk or something.
Can I just look at Ernest and just go, why?
We need water.
Hello? Anything?
What?
Anything there?
You walk into the room and Julian's just kind of like holding on to your jacket, like, huh, what's going on? He's still not sure what is happening because you just told him to sleep, and now you wake him up and he's like, huh?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold him tightly to me, safely.
You hold him tight. You still have a little bit of water left from stuffing it into his throat while he was sleeping. You shout hello into the room, and you see the creature peeking up again, looking suspiciously at you. Is that water I smell?
Yeah, do you want some?
You'd like to sell?
Yeah, I'd love to sell it. What can you offer?
I can offer you answers, but only for the price of water.
Oh, well, I've got water right here, so answers for water. That sounds... You're bleeding. Why are you bleeding?
Don't ask her that. Can I say that?
Was doing so well.
What?
I can feel I'm starting to swell.
Okay. All right.
Water.
Yes. Here you go.
It just grabs it and runs somewhere, and you can hear it just pour it all over itself. And once it picks back up, like the hair is a little more flat, and it just takes the bottle and throws it back at you.
And we're all like here, Cosmo and I are still looking at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it looks up, a little more happy now. Water that was, but not enough. A riddle is in place, yes, a riddle instead. Tell me, what do you seek? Do you seek the paper I ate?
Yes.
Did it have numbers on it?
It might have.
If you've eaten it, then it's useless now anyway.
But
Yeah, but maybe it has the
I
location.
know the answer. I know where you're supposed to go, but do you? I don't think so.
Yeah, we like the riddle. We'll
The
take
riddle? You'll take the riddle.
Yeah.
Are you
Ernest, seducer.
want to ask something else? Or do you want to know what the paper said?
Oh, we would love to know what the paper said.
Oh, no.
But wait, what else would we want to know? What else?
Where the location is for the government? If it knows.
But if we know if she tells us what it was on the paper.
Yeah,
then
we don't know. We don't know if that was it. Maybe it's just a shitty code for something. We can't use for anything.
The letter quite literally said, the lab should be located near...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Just do it, Ernest. Just do it, Ernest.
Right.
Ernest,
so
be smart.
We would like those. The numbers, the coordinates, what it said. We would love that.
Well, you see, it is past the sea, where the cups of earth are inverted, and there on top of it, from the thunderstorm you shall see. Thing you're searching.
Okay, sorry. Past on the wait.
Past the sea.
Hard
The
to say.
undead sea, where the hills of earth are inverted. And there on top, near the thunderstorm strike, like what you're searching for.
Can we all hear this? I just give out a loud sigh and just say, fuck. I know where we need to go, guys, and we're not gonna like it.
Okay, I'm out of this maze. I'm just going out. I'm just walking out.
Don't you want your lab coat? I'm still wearing.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the lab coat and then I'm just gonna flip everyone off and just go out.
You get the...
Okay, I'm gonna stay, but I'm
Can
still
I-
gonna flip everyone off.
Can I go like slowly move closer to it and go, hey, do you need help with that blood there?
No.
Okay.
And its tongue just kind of crawl up and lick it off and go back in.
What are you?
Okay.
What's
Cool.
cool?
Never mind then.
Self anymore. Smell it on you? Hmm?
Who were you?
Does it matter? No, I don't think so. All that matters now is water.
What was your name before?
It starts just flipping around and mumbling more nonsense. Like it doesn't want to think about that.
I want to use intimidation to make it give me answers.
Roll intimidation.
And you all say I'm violent.
13.
What exactly do you say to it?
The answers matter to me. Therefore, you shall give.
It kind of like jumps up.
Well, answers don't matter to me unless I get water.
Okay, can I just throw my pipe at her now? I'm getting really irritated of this thing.
I would like to just like, how is it standing? Is it like on fours or?
It's standing like I am standing right now.
Okay, I would like to go down to its level and look it straight in the eye. You're 80% water. I can make yourself pour all over you. Give me the answer.
No!
It shouts, spitting into your face, and jumps away.
Can I throw my pipe?
Cosmo, throw the fucking pipe.
I throw the pipe.
I'd like to state again, I was the violent
8.
one, sorry.
8.
Alex, right now you're being the petty one.
You throw your pipe at it, and this time, it catches it.
You want this back for more water?
No, you can get this fire extinguisher in your head.
Down, Alex.
Two things. First off, I'd like to point out the sea of undead to Felix and say, I have a feeling that's where we need to go. Before all like the rumble starts in there. And as I hear that, I'd like to try and sneak up on this motherfucker and just clobber it in the head.
Roll stealth.
Military science?
No, stealth.
Why do I not have stealth? This is
Because
You're very loud.
Noxious military woman.
fair enough. Well, it's 12 anyway, so
It is very distracted by the pipe throwing, and as it catches it and offers it back for water, you successfully sneak behind it. Roll melee attack.
9.
9. I would like to know where both Felix and Ernest are standing in all of this.
I mean, I would like to be standing like behind all the violence. As soon as any violence happens, I would be going behind it. Definitely, with Julian, just make sure that I'm away.
So you're taking Julian away.
Yeah.
Good. And Felix, where were you standing?
I'm still outside, keeping watch of the door to see if anything's gonna come our way.
Excellent.
By the way, what was your reaction to me just pointing out like a sea of undead?
And then straight away you run inside again. I'm just standing here like, what am I supposed to do?
That's fine.
By the way, there's undead. And
Undead that way. I'm gonna go clobber the little fucker.
you take your overshot shotgun, and with the end you just kind of like slap it. It's not called slap
It's
it.
a hammer. I'm using it as a hammer.
And it's clear to see that you broke into its skull, like the skull fractured violently. It has a shotgun-formed hole in its head.
Alex, get my pipe!
Wide, like.
I grab his pipe as it's full.
And you guys say I'm violent as I pull the shotgun back out of its skull.
As you do, you can see that it doesn't bleed. It's more green goop just seeping out from the back of its head and down its back, soaking its hair. And you also see this goop, it's starting to bubble and kind of sort of reforms the skull a little bit, but as a goop area.
I'd like to keep on clobbering till the head does not exist. I have some frustrations to get out.
Roll twice. If you roll double once, let me know.
I'm gonna pull back a bit because I'm still right in front of the fucking
What
thing.
do you want me to do with each of the rolls? Like put them
Just
together or
tell
just
me
say...
if you roll double one.
Okay. I do not.
Excellent. Ernest, what are you...
I first of all, I wanted to make sure that, you know, moving away from this, making sure Julian doesn't see this. And also, I really wanted to go back outside, like outside with Felix, and then just check for if I remembered the area that thunder keeps striking in, and see if I can see the direction that comes from.
I can tell you the direction.
Great. We'll take that in a second then. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't part of the scene. Alex, you see the goop, and then you hit the goop area again, and by the time you just cut off, not the neck, but like through the skull, straight over the nose. And you see the body doesn't lay down, it just kind of like moves around like it's jumping, like a dead fish just going around everywhere until it's kind of just runs into one of the tiny hidey holes and stays there.
Well, that was nice to get those frustrations out.
Grace?
I'm still right in front of the thing as she is clubbing the fuck out of it. Does any of this goop get on me?
The goop is actually very, very like firm in its consistency. A little bit does seep out front, especially towards the end where the head just kind of falls off in your direction.
Does it fall into my hands or something?
Yeah, it falls into your hands, and you now have like a mess of hair just going in your hands.
How does that goop feel? Does it burn or anything?
It feels cool, not warm. Like it's surprisingly cold. It feels very wet. Like this could be water gel for all you know, except it's green and lumpy.
I'm just gonna drop the head and like in the lab coat, just like get the goop off of my hands.
I have the left.
No, I still have it. Still have it on. That's why you stayed.
fuck's sake. Okay, Alex, did you get my pipe?
I pick up the pipe and she's like, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, I have an idea where we need to go. Sadly.
Let's go then.
Alright.
Follow me. I walk back out to Felix.
Ernest, you wanted to see if you could spot where the thunder is striking?
Yeah, yeah. Either remember it or see if anything strikes it like at the moment, then where that would be, in what direction.
Nature is. I should shorten this list down for another time. Go for wilderness survival. Or physical sciences.
Okay, so just a straight roll.
Fun times.
6.
6.
I think that's been our lowest whole game.
It's probably, yeah. No, we had a 4. We had a 4.
We have a 4?
We had a 4.
Yeah.
Who rolled that blasphemy?
I rolled a 4.
For me, heathen.
And you remember that when you first arrived, there was a thunderstorm. You can't currently see one, and the clouds seem to be getting thicker and heavier, but it doesn't look like it's thunder clouds. It looks like rain clouds. And before you all find out which direction you're going in, we are gonna take a break. We will be back in 20 minutes, which means 5 minutes to 9. And in the meantime, you can enjoy the beautiful visuals that we will be displaying here on Twitch. You can also go to dystopia.dk and view our gallery or read some of the amazing lore for this world. Or you could go into the shop on the same website. You can just add /shop and you can find the cool, awesome merch that we have there. And if you are interested, do check out our Patreon. I think it's this way. And consider supporting us. The more you give us, the more we give back. And we will be sure to make it through this trying quarantine. But yes, we will see you all on the other side. Actually, I think we're gonna say 9 sharp because I just noticed the clock. 9 sharp, we will be back. See ya.
Bye.
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 3.
And that she just got out.
No,
And now you're laughing.
Oh no.
No, we already talked about the Patreon and about the
and Mother's Day.
campaigns, and Mother's Day, and the stay the fuck home and the merch and everything. So now you don't have to.
You were productive.
Yeah, and
I
that's
will-
an echo.
I'm about to talk about other random stuff, but yes.
Shall we
I
get back into the action?
Let's get back into the action now that I can see you all again. So, Alex was about to share some very exciting news because
Oh yeah, I was. Where are we all collected right now, or are we still just scattered throughout the maze and outside?
I think the only one who's not there is Felix.
No, wait, I said everyone follow me and walked out to Felix.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah, we all followed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
think.
taunt Cosmo with the fact that I'm still wearing the lab coat. Just like
I mean,
come
there
here,
is
boy.
And then when we get out there, I'm just gonna take the lab coat from her.
It's like, rip it off. It's like, mine.
Mine.
That's fine. It's covered in green goop.
Oh fuck.
Can I just
Can I clean
There
it?
are green group handprints on it.
Can I bring the
I have.
head?
Can I hand
Why?
Gracie one of the 2 lab coats that I found? Just like, here's a new one, clean.
Mila?
Thank you.
Mila? Is that
Oui?
bubbling effect still happening on the head?
The head. Did you bring the head?
I'm thinking of an improvised weapon here.
Okay, just a second.
Starting to fall out.
Damn it. Never mind then. I was hoping that the hair would stay there.
Yeah, flail morning casting.
Yeah, and then tied onto like the sort of shotgun. And just be like, hello there, I have this half child. That's a weapon.
We'd never really like put on.
Was it a child?
child?
I was told it was small.
It was
Because it's
small.
human.
Half child.
Everything's small to you. Everything is small.
Did
to
you just kill a kid? Did you just kill a kid?
I say half child because of the height, and mentally it clearly was.
It was an
something.
adolescent.
Okay, so you're just walking around with a child head while we have Julian around.
You
Sorry,
are
wait,
the violent one.
She's brought that?
Oh yeah, you brought the head and Julian's there.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
I can use it as a distraction.
Sake.
Hey, zombies! Follow the head.
You have brought the head, and Julian looks at it.
I look at Julian. Would you like to hold the head, Julian?
No!
Julian.
Can I just look at Julian and just say, it's fake, it's fake. Don't worry, it's fake.
Fake.
Julian, it's... Look, just leave it. Don't...
Okay, the two of them telling that the head is fake may rule something along the lines of social sciences.
Police
or-
sciences.
What?
No,
can't
not
hear you.
police sciences. Police sciences is not lying to a child.
But what if I... but police
Forming
sciences
is also okay.
I think I can actually like validly... What's it called? Argument for why it can be used like that. Because to get a confession out of people, the police actually does use fake evidence.
That would be interrogation.
I can use that as well. I have that.
Interrogation
same
is
stuff.
getting information out of people and not making them believe shit. Roll one of the ones that I mentioned to find something better.
What did you mention?
Social sciences or performing arts.
9.
Oh dear. I just set you up right. How dare you?
I also go like, fair warning, it's a very realistic fake, but it is fake.
There's fake goop on it.
Fake goop on the fake head.
Yeah, that's why there isn't any blood.
Yeah. Very adorable.
What did you roll?
12.
So 12 and 9?
Yes.
Yeah. He looks at you a little suspiciously, and then he looks up at Ernest like, is this true?
You're saying no to it's a fake.
Just
Ernest!
don't touch it.
No, I'd like to
touch it.
I'd like to take
Whether
like
it's
I
fake or not, it looks real.
I like to go around
Don't
like
touch it.
Ernest and just goes, if you tell the kid it's real, he's gonna freak out.
And then we have to kill him.
Frankly, I would rather not.
No, do not kill the child.
Frankly, I would rather not bring.
The child is
fucking
right there, guys.
Julian suddenly looks very, very disturbed and confused.
We can use it as
Julian.
distraction. It is flesh, agreed?
This is Julian.
Can I do
it's
something
simple.
while they're discussing?
Just don't.
Yes,
just
Grace, what
don't
do you do?
I would
don't
like to.
go anywhere
While
near.
he's.
Go anywhere near Alex right now, because Alex is being very violent, and yeah. So whether it's fake or not, I don't know. Doesn't matter. But this is not a good thing to be holding. In any case. Yeah.
While they're discussing, I would very much like to take the head out of Alex's hands and throw it back into the maze.
You
Are
really
you
think
sleight of
you
hand
can-
to take it out from her?
Do you guys really think you can rip it out of my hand with the strength I
Yes.
have?
There is
You're
one.
you're distracted.
Roll sleight of hand or sports. And Alex, you may roll sports.
Am I echoing somewhere?
Yeah. a little
11.
bit.
11?
11.
14.
Damn it.
Can I use sleight of hands to take it from her?
I'm
Roll
gonna
sleight of
directly
hand.
throw the thing.
Roll sleight of hand, Cosmo.
Thank you.
It has to be real good.
9.
Okay, so Grace, you snatched the head, and you just kind of fripped the hair off instead. So now Alex is holding like a bunch of hair, and you are holding a short-haired half head, and you see Cosmo reaching out for it, and you just get, and you throw it back in.
Yeah, and it's like, end of discussion.
Can I run really fast over to it and take it?
Cosmo!
Yes. You sort of run past. You see him like set off in a sprint, and even if you want to catch him, you can't. And he is back in the maze. And he is holding like the head. And at this point, the head has kind of cracked a little bit more. So now you're basically holding on to like the scalp of it.
I'm leaving. I'm going. I'm done with this.
Can I just go over and just give it back to Alex and just say, I don't know what you want to use this for, but here.
You're
You
an idiot.
hand Alex a scalp.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. You're such an idiot.
Yeah, but you like it.
Not right now, no. I don't. Really don't.
Alex, you were about to share some very exciting news before the baby head thing. The human flail.
Alex, are you still with us?
Alex, can you hear us?
Alex. Alex, oh Alex.
Hello.
Well, I mean, she told me the news, so I can just pass it on if you guys want.
Go for it.
Guys, Alex saw through some buildings and a couple of windows. There's like a mass of what looks like creatures but they're moving away from us, not towards us. But they're in the direction that we need to go.
I'm back.
Excellent.
Just say yes.
Felix, just quickly recap what you were going to say because you told him before.
Oh, so the zombie horde shit.
Yeah.
Okay, did we get the head? Come on, guys.
Yeah,
have authorities.
I gave you the head.
Oh, you've
It's more
given me the
like
head.
a short-haired scalp at this point because it was thrown around.
I just looked at Gracie, just like, I took it for a reason.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Shut it.
Bloody bait.
No. I don't want to hear it. I don't care for your reasoning. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, fine.
Clearly,
I just throw it into a wall. Fine, it's there now. We have no bait. Fine.
I don't care.
Grace, would you consider the fact that you took the head out of Alex's hand stealing?
Maybe.
I think you just took something that wasn't yours from somebody else.
I think I did.
Let me just
I will cross off this.
Seriously just walked over a fucking head.
Yeah, and I'm slowly losing my mind. And maybe that's just
same.
because everyone's idiots.
Same. Alex is just slowly just being like, I don't know what my morals are anymore. I'm protecting the child. I'm protecting everyone. I'm trying my best not to be as violent as possible. And I'm trying to take logical choices, but heads are apparently not logical choices. I have one of mine left.
Same.
So I'm guessing I will have to cross off one sanity.
yes. Cross
And
off sanity and don't steal.
Will do. Are you gonna send me something or?
You already did.
Okay, fair enough. It just didn't show up.
While we're at it, I kind of sort of remembered, because this is a lot to keep track of, Felix. You have been called out on your silence a lot. Like, a lot. And some would say that not saying anything and not being the one, providing the knowledge is a sign of weakness. And I would like to cross it off along with the sanity. And you gain the +6 in your most used skill.
You're literally just withering us all
Please
down
say
to
it's
like
attack.
2 sanity.
What is your most used skill?
Police sciences.
Oh, nice. Excellent. Now everything is ready, set, and going. So, what do you guys do? You know where you have to go, ish, and
Alex, I've got a question
Yes.
here. How
Yes.
does a wall of zombies relate to? Oh no, I get it now. Never mind. I understand. Past this, yeah.
Can I just point at the car I found earlier and just say, let's take the car?
We could modify the car, make it into a zombie killing vehicle.
Yeah,
You-
let's do that.
you point at the car.
Can we find a garage, like mechanics shop?
It is pretty much in the middle of the city. You could probably find one if you got closer to the edge. That's where garages more typically are. You don't know. Roll mechanics to see if it would be reasonable to mod the car.
14.
You know that working on a car is usually very, very noisy. You can't really, forge or hammer in anything silently. You could probably do it, but you would also attract a lot of attention in the process of doing so.
Well, that's a choice then. Do we want to have a modified car? I can easily modify it, but it's gonna be very noisy.
Easy. It's gonna take you like a day or three.
Oh,
gonna
it's
take a
gonna
while.
take that
You
long.
don't have proper equipment even.
It's gonna take a while, but if we do it, I can get us quite good vehicle up and running.
Nah, should we just take it as it is?
I don't care.
Anybody else have some input on this? Other than Gracie and Cosmo?
Sorry, what?
I mean, I don't mind.
It will take a while, but I do have the skill to modify the car to make it more durable and maybe even do some damage.
Sounds like a good idea. And since the horde is not moving towards us anyway, there's no reason to rush.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
we also just made a lot of sound, and they still aren't coming. So
Yeah. So shall we do that?
Speaking of,
Fuck.
as you're standing there discussing, those who are looking towards the horde can see that some of them near the edge have started to get like interested, and they're wavering between staying in this like almost ocean of bodies and moving towards you. It's like they're kind of confused.
Looking
You
at
told me
everyone
there was
just
a
like.
building between us, and you told me there was a row of buildings between us and the giant thing. Because
Yeah.
I looked through a building.
You look for a building, yes. Doesn't mean that you know street corner. Now that you're standing outside and you know where to look, you can see it a bit more clearly.
Okay. So are we gonna modify the...
There are some of them that are wavering. Let's all get quietly back into the pharmacy. Okay. I'm gonna go start walking slowly into
I roll
the
stealth?
pharmacy.
Everybody rolls stealth, yeah. Or military sciences.
9.
15.
12.
Does police sciences count?
Sure. Just because it sounds fun.
9.
Ernest, don't you have +6 in military science? Roll a 3?
Yep, I just rolled a 3.
Oh,
You rolled 3?
Yeah.
blasphemy.
Am I the only one who rolls double ones?
Apparently.
Think so.
Oh well. Did anybody get 8 or below? No? Then you all make it quietly into the shop. Alex, I would like to point out that while modding the car might seem like a good idea, you still have to remember that it takes fuel, you need the right materials, you need the right tools, and you also need time and make sure that you don't get chased down by zombies.
That's why I'm asking if we can find a garage. Because the
Exactly.
garage would be filled with those with all that stuff.
Might be. You need to consider that you have just been to an industrial area where there was almost nothing left, and also a pharmacy where there was almost nothing left.
Let's just take the car and roll. Come to think of it, because stuff might be raided.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Maybe
I
we should
look over
just.
Gracie and just like, you okay over there? You seem very goth, emo, more than usual.
What?
What's with the hair?
Oh, sorry. I was just spacing out.
That's fair. Shall we get a move on that?
Sure.
Maybe it might be easier to just stealth following the horde instead of driving very noisily after the horde of zombies.
Yeah, but maybe we can use the car to do as we did with the cold. To just turn it on, first gear, turn off the radio, and just let it roll for itself.
Ernest?
As we're outside, can I sort
Oh,
of
we're in the pharmacy again.
look? yeah, no, but being outside, whilst we're outside, because before we went in or something, I would really like to have checked for any sort of possible government activity as a politician. I might know sort of like how.
Sure. Roll political sciences or military sciences.
All right. Cool. Ooh. 17.
Damn.
No, sorry, not 17. I'm
19.
14. What the fuck am I on about? 14.
I don't think any of you can get a 19. That is 18.
No, yeah, 18 is higher.
You look around, and because it's military sciences, you notice that on the road there seems to be tracks of heavy armed cars or tanks, like something of the like. There are also areas that seem to have been closed off professionally and not just in a rush. You don't seem to notice anything inherently suspicious. You again see something fly by a lot further out near the cultist area that just visited. There are a few cameras everywhere, but you're not sure if they're working. Most of them are traffic cameras to make sure, everything is smooth.
I think I'm gonna make sure to, whenever we're outside, keep an eye on the cameras, just as a note.
It's mostly every time there is a heavily trafficked road or in the middle of a city.
Ernest, do you tell us about this, or?
Sure, I'm gonna let people know that there have been military activity around the place, and some shops have been closed down, not in a rush, but more sort of like cleanly, effectively.
Systematically.
What?
Systematically,
indeed. Very government procedure type stuff.
Did you see a tank?
No, we're not gonna roll around
I saw the tracks of one, but it's most likely from the time that this started, which would have been quite a while ago.
Okay, then never mind.
So, what do you guys do, and where do you go?
I just like follow them wherever they go, and I don't say anything.
Can I just ask Gracie if she's okay? Are you okay?
No, I'm not. But not something that I need to talk about.
Okay, fair enough.
Guys,
scout ahead. That's for sure.
What? What did you say?
You definitely scout ahead, see what it is that's actually like what's on the other side of things, Or this undead horde. Stealth us our way around or something. I don't like the loud option.
We shouldn't be loud anyway.
Yes, that's my point.
So, you decide to scout ahead. Who goes?
Me.
I'll go too.
Gracie goes. Felix goes. Do you just move as a group?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You decide to go as a group and scout ahead. I would like you all to roll your respective stealth skills.
So everyone goes?
Was it all of us?
Yes. If anybody rolls 9 below, put up your hand. No one. Great. That means you safely walk down the street. Oh wait, Julian exists. Julian knows how to stealth now. He rolled an 11. Oh damn. That's nice. That's real nice. But yeah, you are walking very quietly. Not to step on the stray leaves and if some of the cracks might make noise at this point. You have gotten quite the hang of this sneaking thing.
The sneaky sneak.
The snaky. As you get closer to the edge of the horde, you see that normally, if you ever got this close to a zombie, you would probably have been noticed, but it seems something else is grabbing their attention in the midst of these. It looks like an abandoned town square that is now filled with people. Like a normal day at the square, good amount of zombies. I would like you to roll either artisan or police sciences and street sense.
$17.
Wow.
Damn.
8.
Yeah, I also got 8.
Could you use military
9.
sciences?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, military sciences.
No, not military science. Police sciences.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still 9.
Yeah, so 7.
Felix, you notice that in the middle of this vast sea of people, you all see this part of it. There is a giant cross with a man strung between like the outer ends, and it looks like his back has been cut open, and his rib cage broken and forced open. Afterwards, his lungs have been pulled and thrown over his shoulders. This is known as a blood eagle, and he is hanging there, not moving. But the zombie seems attracted to it for some reason. And Felix, you have an idea of why, because around his neck, oh, we lost somebody. There, around his neck, there seems to be hanging a silver necklace. You barely notice it because of the glint of the sunlight in it. And the stone reminds you a little bit of the one that you have in Gracie's pocket.
Guys, can you also see the poor guy, like, in front of us?
Yeah.
That's spicy interesting.
That's the thing. That's for sure.
Yeah. If you look past his appearance, you will see that he has a necklace with a stone that looks very much like the one you have, Gracie.
Wait. The necklace I got that from David, didn't I?
No, the stone.
Oh, this stone.
That stone, yes. Except this one is
That
much,
stone.
much smaller.
Okay. So it is a piece of this thing. I put it back in my pocket.
Should I try to go get it?
No, I don't think so. We have the amount that we have and need. There's no reason to go into a horde because then you're gonna get murdered.
Do you have the
Good
amount?
point.
Huh?
What?
Do you have the amount that you need?
We don't know.
The amount of soulstone? I think we have a good chunk.
I like one chunk of soulstone.
As far as we're aware, or at least as far as Ernest is aware, yes, we do.
So, as you're standing there, kind of whispering a little bit to each other, trying not to make too much noise, those of you who remember seeing the falling bodies in the forest, you kind of see that again. There's a rush of something real quick, and you barely see something with very, very sharp arms. It's like the bone has protruded out of it to make knives. Just cut down the head of a zombie and grab the head. It looks like in its jaw, and then run off somewhere. It looks like it's trying to swallow it whole, but it's not going so well for it. it's like just a glimpse of it. You see this kind of reddish flesh-colored thing with like a lump on its back and like necks. It's not called necks. What's it called? Necks that are good for running.
Oh, that's. I think we should try and stealth out, sneak our way like past this. I don't want to be dealing with that in any situation.
No, I don't think any of us do. Let's keep moving.
You keep going. How do you get around this sea of undead?
Can't we walk
Stealth.
like the perimeter around it without them noticing?
Some alleyways or something. Maybe.
Like, how big is this sea? Is it as far as the eye stretches?
No, it is as I said, like a town hall square thing, like in the middle of the city, where there's a abandoned fountain.
Oh yeah,
And
the eye. Yeah.
you would guess there's probably around like 50 to 50 something.
Well, let's get around it, shall we?
As you turn around to leave again, you see this thing come out of nowhere almost, super fast, just grabbing one of the zombies and it's gone.
Oh, that must be hungry.
That's
Oh,
the
Looks like it.
general direction.
Are there any alleyways around? That
Yeah,
seem to
that's
go.
That would be urban tracking, I believe. If that is
Right.
yes, urban tracking or navigation.
Or street sense?
No, sadly not street sense.
military science.
Sadly not.
You
no.
and your damn military science.
Yes,
8.
I am the military.
I am the military.
I am the authority.
I have the authority.
I'm just Cosmo.
I'm Cosmo!
I am your lord. No.
I have the maple hat on. I
Oh,
am this
What
post.
do people roll?
8.
12. In navigation.
Can you just blind roll it?
Felix got 7. No wait, that's 7. I can math.
Can I?
8.
Are we allowed to like without anything roll
Yes,
for it?
you can also do straight rolls.
8.
8,
10.
10, and Ernest
8.
8. Okay, with your common knowledge of cities and some help from the occasionally well-placed map, you kind of navigate from where you are a good way around. You almost reach the edge of the industrial area again, but then Cosmo spots a way away from that, so you don't have to go too close to the possibly still cultist area. And you go through a alleyway, you climb over a dumpster, and you're pretty sure that if you walk in the same direction as before, you would be able to avoid like the sea of undead.
Awesome.
Well, should we just go there?
Yeah.
You walk and walk and walk and walk and walk.
No?
Everybody may roll stealth.
16.
7.
What a low roll!
Is Gracie okay over there?
No, she's really not.
Oh, double ones!
Yeah, but I got +6, so 8.
Oh, so good.
What?
Double
This
2.
would be a good baby.
Oh, that is. I'm
But
glad
also
to
plus
know
6,
those-
so 10, but yeah.
13.
I'm pregnant now.
Why do I bother? Did anybody but Grace roll 10 or below?
I
No.
got a 10.
What?
I got 8.
How about Miss Military and Politician?
16.
I got 13.
Oh, so you are quiet as a grave. I was about to say diet as a crave.
I shall diet myself on cranes.
Exactly.
What
And the rest of them are a little less quiet, and Julian in particular is shuffling, to say it mildly. And
take him under hip, just like pick him up and be stealth with that. Like,
you want to pick him up, the kid?
yeah. No, I was asking if Ernest could do that. Not me.
I could do that. Yeah.
I'll
Sure, I could
protect
do
the
it.
kid, but I will not take responsibility for it.
Ernest, would you happen to have sports or powerlifting or something like that?
No.
Then give me a straight roll.
Okay.
And can I be ready to like catch Julian if? Yeah, good.
Good.
Should I roll for anything?
Not unless it comes relevant, no.
Okay, brilliant.
That would be an 8.
What did you say?
8.
8.
8. Oh, lucky you. Julian is totes not excited about getting a piggyback ride. And he holds on to you greatly. You could probably like just let go of him, and he would hold him there himself. So you can just like focus on keeping him tight and making sure that you are able to move. And just kind of like make sure that he sits there, and all is good. And Julian is no longer shuffling.
Shuffle.
Dragging his feet on the, I was about to say carpet, it's called pavement. You continue walking for a little while, and that's when you spot the first gray walkers. Up on the road ahead, you see 2 zombies, just kind of minding their own business. But as soon as you turn a corner and spot them, they have a moment of they're not running yet, but it's clear that they have noticed something.
I would like to stop everyone up. Just like wait till they're what's it called? Oh, Maxim Hill goes another way. Attention, yes, goes another place.
You are standing dead still, holding your breath. You may roll control breathing, y'all.
Can I use anything else?
Not for this one.
Well.
6.
6?
Yeah.
9.
9 and 7 and Alex.
12.
Oh damn. And Ernest.
8.
8. Great. That means that Felix, Ernest, and Cosmo, the danger of the situation is getting to a little bit, and the breathing is probably a little heavier than it should be. And Julian, he is not okay with this situation. He actually half chokes Ernest a little bit, causing him to make a sound, meaning that the zombies are as they slowly start moving towards you. These are not running zombies, these are normal paced, shuffling zombies who are very much on the way towards you.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
So, everybody roll initiative.
Oh, fuck. What is it you can? Is there anything you can get for like plus on initiative?
Nope.
Fair.
8.
9.
That's Why do you all have to roll the same number? Ernest, what did you get?
I also rolled an 8.
Okay, so of Grace and Felix, did any of you get a 6?
Yes.
Great. Then it is Grace. Then it is Felix. The 3 rest of you, did anybody get a 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, both of you roll a d6. The highest go first.
All three of us got a
Oh,
6.
sorry.
All 3 of us.
Huh?
The 2 of them.
What?
What?
We all 3 got a 6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll a d6. The one who has the highest goes first.
I got 3.
5.
You also. Okay. Cosmo is last. The 2 of you roll again.
4.
4.
Wait, really?
Really?
Roll again.
Fucking god.
Okay, I got a 1 this time.
Okay, I got a 2. I was about to say, okay, I can't go first this time.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
That was dramatic. Let's look at some zombies.
Shit.
The zombies are joining the clusterfuck.
How many zombies?
You are currently up against 2 zombies.
Okay. I don't know if like we're coming up against the entire horde or.
They are almost at you, and first up is Grace.
Can I stealth behind one of them and basically do kind of what Alex did way back in the time and use my wires to cut its head off? And I want to pick the one that is the most decayed around the throat area.
Yeah, these 2 are one of the old zombies. You can see one of them is clearly missing its jaw. The other one has skin that is starting to just slide off of its skull.
So it should be pretty soft.
They're very soft, yes.
Yes, I would like to try and take out one of them by taking its head off.
You run right side around, and you may roll stealth, and then melee attack.
Yes, sir. 12 for stealth.
Yes, 12 for stealth. The zombie does not notice you, because you're very quiet. Roll a melee attack.
Yes, that is just a straight roll.
3.
9.
9. You
Me and 9s are very happy today.
Yes, and the zombies can't defend. You walk up behind it and you wrap the coil around its throat, and as soon as you get close, it can smell you, and that is something you cannot hide. And it kind of like turns around, so instead of getting right at the soft part, you get like half on here, and it is trying to grab onto you. You only deal a little bit of damage.
Okay. If I can't, can I still take its head off? But if I can't, can I like close the wire and like kind of throw it off its feet to the ground and hope that gravity and its own weight will do the trick?
You may try that next round. Right now, the first time didn't go as planned.
Yeah.
Felix.
Yes. I would like to walk around the other side of the other zombie that Gracie hasn't touched, and then use my pipe to hit it on the inside of the knee, like to try and make it like fall.
Roll melee attack.
Ooh. 10.
I am disappointed in my dice.
You need new dice.
New dice. I need more dice.
All the dice.
You kind of like half run up towards it and twist the pipe around to like stab it in the kneecap, and it goes all the way through. Actually, you have like this is the you just kind of stab it through, effectively immobilizing the part of the knee, but the pipe is also a little bit stuck inside of it now. But it does take damage. Then we have the first zombie, and that zombie would be the one near Felix. It sees that you are now stuck to its kneecap, and it makes this guttural growl as it turns over and tries to like claw your entire shoulder up. Roll defense. What did you roll?
7.
That is actually worse than what I rolled for once. This is impressive. You are trying to get like the pipe back out, and you don't notice the sound before there is a claw in your shoulder, ripping you up for 1 minor damage. Fine, here. Here. Next up is Ernest.
Yeah, so I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna I guess I'm gonna stay back. I don't really have anything to do.
I mean, you have some pretty sweet.
Yeah, but right now, the idea of these powers is to drag attention to it, and
We don't want that right now.
that's dangerous.
I mean, sure, but there is a zombie attacking your friend that could attack something else.
Yes, that's true.
You also have 2 combatants coming behind after you. Yeah.
Wait, there are zombies behind us as well?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Combatants as me and Cosmo are coming after you.
Yeah. Not after you, as in we can attack you, but
Yeah.
We're gonna hurt you.
So it's now my turn. I'm gonna attack Ernest.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna. God, I'm essentially gonna make Ernest look like he's in one place where he isn't.
Okay, so you want to kind of hide yourself a little bit while making sure you're.
Oh no, sorry, Felix. Felix. Yes.
Okay, so you want to displace Felix.
Yeah, displace him.
You all see as Felix, who just got his shoulder ripped up a little bit, suddenly flicker a little bit in the light, and it looks like he is standing on the other side of the zombie. And even the zombie who just attacked something down there gets visibly confused and tries to turn around to attack that part too, because his target clearly moved. Then we have Cosmo.
What?
oh no, it's Alex first.
Oh, it's
Sorry,
me.
yes, Alex. It's because I have very, very bad handwriting.
Okay, so what
Alex?
position are the...
Oh, damn it.
Right, yes.
One of them anyway. I'd like to go over and like stand like so they're facing this way and I'm facing that way, and so we're standing like this. Stand up next to them, kick them behind like in the kneecaps, and then grab their head and like crack it over my shoulder.
Would you like to do that to Gracie or Felix zombie?
Gracie, you're handling yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Felix is.
You run up beside Felix zombie, to this side that you don't think he is, but then you bump into him and you notice him, and it is a little awkward. But you kind of half kick him over. Felix, you get off balance for a moment. None of you expected this. And Alex, you, in the confusion, don't really get towards the head, but roll a melee attack.
Can I roll?
Yes, roll a melee attack.
Uh, 10.
10. Instead, you grab onto the arm, and you just kind of, flip it over. And while Felix is still kind of holding on to its knee, the entire leg seems to give off, and you slam it down, landing it on its head instead. And you can hear the skull as the body just thumps down, and it is laying there, fairly still.
Pretty effective.
Then it is Cosmo.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over to the zombie crazes head and just hit it in the head with the fire extinguisher. Hopefully it to take the head off. It still has the wire around
So
the
you
head.
set up the wires like decapitated.
Yeah.
Roll melee attack.
Okay. Give me a second. Just. Seven.
You I think it just ate a piece of plastic.
Well, that's
Are you okay?
pleasant.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I just had ice cubes in my water. Oh well. You move over to it. It's fire extinguisher ready to hit it. And it kind of noticed you coming. So instead of just sitting there to take the hit, it growls and tries to rip itself loose by pushing back into Gracie. Gracie, I would like to have you roll defense.
Yeah. See if it like headspots me in the nose or something.
Yeah.
It tends to happen.
Okay, that's pretty good. 11.
You roll higher than attack. And you manage to dodge out of the way and now have a zombie head on your shoulder while you are still holding on to it.
I would still very much like to like
comfortably close to your neck now.
Yeah, can I do the thing that I wanted to do with the wire and just pull it away from me? Reflex?
On your turn, you may.
Stupid zombie.
Stupid zombie indeed. But it is now the zombie's turn. Because the other one died. And it's actually gonna try and bite you. Roll defense again.
5.
What? And here I was about to be disappointed. It opens its jaw, and it just kind of unhinges for half a moment because of the rot, and it turns its head even further, putting itself in a very incriminating position towards your wire, but it gets like right here up against your collarbone, just sinks into the flesh, and you can now feel like this entire part of your bone is being scraped by teeth.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scream.
Maybe I should have helped you.
And pull the thing away. Cannot stress it enough.
That is yeah, it's actually your turn, so go for it. First you take, where are you? There. You take a major damage.
That's fine. Fuck my life. But yeah. Dying anyway. Cosmo, now I know how you feel. I'm gonna pull it from my neck and just lush it down to the ground again, hoping that the strain of the wire over time and everything has made it so that the weight of itself will be fine enough to decapitate it. Looking at Cosmo as if he should be ready to like chug it down unless the wire's not enough.
I'll do.
Somebody's gonna die.
And our GM has frozen again!
Oh,
Oh no! And she looks very
Oh.
judgmental in
Oh,
that
no.
position.
She looked like she's about to kill us.
So
Yeah.
again,
I feel like I'm dead already.
we can say Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day!
Happy Mother's
To all
Day.
the-
Happy Mother's
to all
Day,
the
everybody.
living mothers who are not zombies.
Yes. And make sure to check out our website on and our merch and our gallery and everything up there
And
on
our
dystopia.dk, and our Patreon. Yes, up there.
Very
Get
important.
awesome perks.
Yes, and if you're in Denmark, you can also choose to show your support via mobile pay, which you can also see right above me.
Even if it's just 1 crown, it's enough.
Yes, anything helps. And but honestly, during this Corona time, if you can't, don't.
okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
We are all suffering hard here.
Yeah, it's all really tough.
Especially
and-
the zombies.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
when there's zombies everywhere.
This
And
plague
when
that's
you're
spreading.
apparently infected.
Mm.
Ugh. And
Oh, no,
GM disappeared.
Yes, now she's gone, so hopefully that means she'll be back.
She'll be
Yeah.
back from hell.
No.
Speaking of zombies, Gracie, if you turn, what are we gonna do about like the ritual and
I don't know,
Going
because you
home
kind of
and-
fucking need me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Tiny little bit.
Like, I'm the one who knows how to fucking get us, or at least have an idea on how to get us home. And
Can you
now
just
I'm
be? Can you just be a sane zombie? So
Oh yeah,
holding on
it's
a
like,
leash or
you
something.
just can walk around with a zombie.
it's all like
And be
it's,
friends
Going
with
like,
Dawn of the Dead all
"Dear
over again.
cold
Yeah,
zombie,
it's all those zombie like love stories again. Just like you've got a zombie in on tow, just like oh
It's like,
come
it's
here.
like in Warm Bodies.
Oh
that
god, oh
movie.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, Gio is back.
Okay, so everything just crashed at once. Both computers.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Really well done. Really well done.
So,
Oh,
it seems that I am currently being haunted by the technical difficulty ghost.
Right.
Let's see if I can
Great.
get it again. How much did you guys hear before I suddenly disappeared?
Nothing. We're waiting for what happens when I do the thing.
Okay, so you didn't hear what I Okay.
Yeah, I was bitten, and then I am reacting now, and I told you what I did, but you haven't told me what happened after that.
Okay. You tell me what you did because I don't think I heard it.
Okay, I am taking. What? God damn it! I am. After being bitten, like, after screaming because it hurts, I'm gonna do as I said I would: take the wire and pull it down to the ground and fall on the ground. Apparently, no, pull it down on the ground and hoping that its weight will be enough. And looking at Cosmo with the fire extinguisher, being ready to knock it on its head, or I will like heal it in the back of the head just to get that head off.
Melee attack.
Yes.
Go.
Please
Same
be a
as
good
me.
one. 11.
Into the drain.
That is better than my 10. You get it pulled right off you. The adrenaline of the pain is coursing through your body as you just flip it around and shook it right towards the ground, and you can just feel how this wire, as soon as it pierces the skin and you cross it, it just goes straight through the flesh. And the zombie head still attached by the spine, but it is clearly off. It's kind of broken and only hanging in like leftover. I forgot the English word for it.
Can I tighten this as much as to just like sever it from the little joints in the spine?
You're not satisfied with this, and you just kick it and pull and
Yeah.
can't get it.
And there's a dead zombie now.
And that zombie
Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to my wound.
Yes.
I am bleeding. Fuck.
Yes, you are.
Can I try to heal it?
You can roll medicine, yes.
Can I do a straight roll?
Yes.
I will do. 10.
You run straight over to her as soon as the zombie is down. We break initiative, by the way, if anyone were out.
Okay.
And you look at the wound and notice that it needs to have like something stuffed into it. Do you have any sort of bandages or fabric left
Yeah,
over?
I have it on me. So you can just take mine.
You have bandages. Perfect.
I have actual bandages.
And we're gonna take that one.
Well, I realized that Gracie got bit and just raced over there after smashing a zombie into the ground, apparently. And she's like, fly over.
Just like, hello there. I see
darling.
you've been infected.
Sashay over, and gracefully hand the bandage, sorry, to
Not
Cosmo.
Band-Aid.
I-
She's gonna put a
I actually
Band-Aid on
have.
the
I have.
giant.
Why would I hand it to him? I actually know shit. about medicine.
Then you roll medicine as Cosmo is trying to explain to you what he found out about the wound.
Is he
Basically,
just gonna like? Is she just gonna push him out of the way? Just like, I'll do it.
do it.
13.
Is it gonna be a bitch fight over who gets to cure my wound?
Right. Get out the way. This is my best friend. We've been through a lot, but she's still my best
Can I
friend.
throw my pipe at her?
No, that is silly. You push Cosmo out of the way as he's like trying to apply pressure on it until he can find something useful, and then you begin to realize that the wound is probably dirty because zombie teeth.
Yes, we need
Do you have any disinfectant or water or something like that?
I look around to the guy. Wait. No, I gave my water away. Do we have any alcohol, water, something?
No. No, we
We
don't.
need to get out of here. That is our number one priority.
Realizing you have no water, the best you can do is actually just patch it up and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Did I still have those no, those herbs, they were more for sore throats and I think they were disinfectant.
Exactly.
Okay, fuck.
Can I argument for something there?
Go on.
If they can cure a sore throat, which is usually created by bacteria, then they also help against bacteria in a wound because it's a general bacteria.
They are a boost to the immune system,
That can
specifically in
still help.
some areas. You can eat them, and maybe it will do something. Maybe it will make the saving throws that might happen later a little bit easier. But you know.
Anyway, I look at Cosmo and Felix and just like, do you guys any idea where we could find like a liquor store or something?
Can I search for it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't register the question. Wow.
Can I use anything for it?
Yes. You can do urban tracking. It's a good one. Street sense might also be.
What about navigation?
That is for when you actually know where it is.
Okay.
6.
Well, I got 6 as well.
Yay, we both got 6.
Would guess that you could probably continue down the road you are, and you would hit a liquor store eventually because you're getting pretty downtown. And you know that's where they have like stores that take money under the table to perhaps maybe sell liquor to those who are not of age yet. You know the drill.
I look at Gracie. You can walk, right?
Yeah, I can walk.
Good. Let's get going then. Anybody have? Do we have any more painkillers, or did we give them to Gabriel?
Gabriel got them.
No.
Felix?
Let us know then.
I still have my pipe, right?
Yes.
It's got a leg attached to it now.
Don't throw it. Don't throw it.
It's got a leg attachment.
It's a very leggy pipe. No, you can easily like pull it out now because you don't have to worry about being scratched from the back by someone unpleasant. So you continue down the road. Actually, you don't find a liquor store as you're at the edge of town because the dice are not with you.
Can we find another pharmacy then?
Back to the pharmacy that was already raided.
Another.
There's even less chance of a pharmacy. These were once player dice that I lent to my players. They cannot roll.
They're cursed.
It was that is a very good question. It was mostly like grocery stores or hardware stores, any store that has any form of resource. It also looked like, if you look into the windows, that they have been also systematically cleaned out.
Oh shit.
Well, that they can still have a storage unit, which basically means that we could find something.
The camera is weird on you.
Yeah, I think my phone's about to die.
That is awkward.
Yes.
Well, then I think before more technical difficulties happen, this is probably the good time to end. With Gracie bitten by a zombie, you looking for anything that might help, and nearing the destination of the riddle.
Yep.
Great. I'm gonna die, maybe. We'll see. Tune in
No, you
next
just-
time to see if the witch dies.
Tune in next Sunday, where if all goes well or unwell, the story might actually just end. We are nearing the end, and there is not much left to do.
I have a lab coat. That makes me a doctor, right?
Let's
Second best healer.
I don't think 7 years of education.
What did you say?
7 years of education is not in the lab code.
Yes, it is.
Hey, I have military training. I wasn't even a combat man. I still have +2 in medical. Or what was it? +1? I still have +1 in medical.
+1, yeah.
I'm a scientist.
And if you like what you see, do consider supporting us over on Patreon.
What?
Not Grace's Patreon. Save Grace.
Grace pays. Yes.
If you want Grace to survive, please consider supporting us on Patreon. She
Some
might
bigger.
pay for Grace because they don't have the resources. See her saving Grace.
Wow.
The puns are just graceful.
Just flying
Just
out.
kill me now.
We have awesome rewards over there. You will become part of the Dystopian family. You will gain access to our Discord server. And the more you give us, the more we give back. We have more rewards in the way. Some of them are just a little difficult to prepare because we can't really meet up.
Yeah.
But we promise you it is epic and it will be worth every penny. So, until next time, stay safe, stay home, remember to wash your hands, and be a survivor.
Bye. Hashtag stay the fuck home. Hashtag save Grace.
Yeah, hashtag save Grace.
Bye.
Bye.